As a child, you need your mum and your dad for survival. Without them, man, you're pretty much fucked as a child. So you need to somewhat maintain that attachment and connection with them. And if you've done something that's broken that connection, you're abandoned or you're isolated, and that's a very fucking scary place for you to be because you can't fucking survive on your own. What do? You fucking swallow up those words, and over a period of time, man, it fucking eats you from the inside out, basically, where you lose all sense of yourself because you've had to create this new persona that is going to be accepted by those people you love, because you need acceptance from them in order to feel an attachment with them, in order to feel like you are safe and protected in your life. And this unfortunately plays out then in your adult relationship. So you leave your mum or you leave your home place, and then you go out in the world, and ultimately when you leave your home, you are alone, and that can be a very scary place for young men to be as well. And you go out in the world, and what do, man? You go off on your hookups, or you'll find like the first fucking girl that shows any signs of love or emotions towards you, and you fucking cling on to her for dear life. And you're doomed to repeat a similar pattern where, of course, there's going to be problems and difficulties in the relationship, which there is in every fucking relationship. But instead of you speaking it out, instead of you addressing the issues, you do as you did before. You swallow it up, you bury the emotions, and you don't say what needs to be said. As she withdraws from you in some sort of way, even a slight withdrawal or a slight bit of distance or isolation, this triggers the fear in you that you're going to be abandoned or you're going to be left alone again, and you need this woman in your life. Ultimately, you feel like you need this woman in your life to feel connected, to feel loved, to feel protected. And that's the tragedy for many men out there, where they hold on to women because they can't face that fear of being abandoned again, just as they felt as their child. So it is about going back and speaking to your younger self, and instead of hearing your mum's anger and feeling the wrath of her rage, you tell that child self what he needed to hear. You give that child self a big fucking hug and say, man, it's alright, it's not your fault. Your mum's angry, but it's not your fault. You're worthy of love, you're worthy of connection, you're worthy of happiness in your life. You're not a bad person. So don't feel ashamed for what happened. It's not your fault. Doing that exercise on a regular basis is a way of healing that past pain so it doesn't repeat itself and continue to influence every other relation that comes into your life. You haven't escaped any of those feelings of shame or embarrassment or unworthiness or detachment in their own lives. Your parents have not healed their own wounds, so their pain becomes your pain. Your pain now is your responsibility to heal.